Well, hello everyone, and welcome back into the Red Earth Production Studios. Again, we are here for another edition of Tips from TTO with Megan Wallander from the tax office. Good. How are you, Megan?
I'm good. Good morning.
It is morning.
It is morning. Yes.
I know you may not be watching this while in the morning, but it is morning as we're doing this. It is a Monday.
It is a Monday.
We are looking at wrapping up 2020.
Wrapping up 2020. Thank
Craziest thing I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
And not to be, I'm more of an optimist. I am.
Yeah, look on the positive side.
But I am also a realist, and I look at what's coming.
Yes, down the pipeline.
And I think we need to really be aware of what we've got to deal with as it comes to the political climate that we're going to be seeing. Because no matter what you think or what you might consider, the political
alliance.
Wow, the political climate.
Yeah, there we go.
Affects the economic climate and then affects the social climate.
Yes, you cannot separate the two, whether you're a small business, a micro business, a corporation. Everything is
you can't separate
you cannot
the three.
Separate. No.
Because then in the social climate, what you have is that's your customer base.
Customer base, and then you have the economic, which is money. And all three of those work hand in hand to create businesses and revenue and employment.
Exactly.
It's all wrapped up into one.
Exactly. And you have to think about it like this when you're talking business. Mm-hmm. Because you have the political, the economic. We only usually think about economics with business, but it's not true. You have to think of the political, but because the political sets in place, it's the thought process that drives everything. It's the context by which you formulate your ideas and what moves you, and the strategies by which sets the economics in motion.
Absolutely. I mean, one big word that pops into my head when businesses try to separate their political views or their political what's going on around us from a political standpoint is one word that we always talk about in business is regulations, and
right.
and certain political parties believe in regulations and some don't. So depending on what side of that aisle that you're on as a business owner, regulations can come down the pipeline that you're not aware of. So that's just one aspect of
right.
running a business. There's multiple out there, but I think about those things when small businesses. We're being stifled.
Yeah, because economically, we're having a hard time managing our businesses.
Yes.
That's where economics come in. It's the management of your business, the economic side, because you have the political structures that have, as Megan said, regulated us almost out of business.
Almost out of business, yes.
And it has regulated certain companies and certain small businesses out of existence.
Yes, that will no longer come back. I believe the statistic is 1 out of every 6.
Yeah,
small businesses, micro businesses, and I think it's even pushing into the medium-sized businesses will not come back after the shutdowns. Amidst the coronavirus.
And we're facing in 2021 an opportunity, depending upon what happens. Still, whether you're looking at Joe Biden, President Trump, whatever the outcome becomes, politically there's a lot still happening. But Joe Biden has said it out of his own mouth. His
tax hikes,
not tax.
That's what. Okay.
But his gurus around him, the people that he's appointing, are talking about a 100-day to 6-month lockdown.
Yes, I heard that. Regulations, depending on what type of business you own, and the increased in the tax hikes, depending on where you're at from an economic standpoint, middle class,
right.
Wherever you fall into that. So there's lots of things to consider when going into 2021 and having, don't go in blind. You need to have a solid plan. And I'm hearing a lot, we don't know what to expect, so we're just going to lay low. That's not the advice we want to throw out. We want to give you, our advice is to have a solid plan, because it is very uncertain right now for a lot of micro and small businesses to have, as we wrap up 2020, we've talked a lot about budgets and planning and having that foundation. Continue to work on those budgets, continue to put those foundations in place, because I believe now more than ever, they're going to be more important for 2021.
And that's the thing. Budgeting, but how much surplus cash do you have?
Right. And there's not a lot of people have a lot right now.
And that's the thing. You might have already ran through your surplus cash.
Yeah.
And if we're facing another lockdown, what is that going to do?
What does that look like?
So how do we put ourselves into that place?
Right.
And I think that's where we have to look to our local, again, looking at our local political
Agreed. Yes.
situations. Mm-hmm. St. Charles County, we've had a favorable.
We have been very blessed in that aspect. I know there's a lot of counties surrounding us that have not been as, I would say fortunate, blessed, however you want to put that. But we have not seen the extreme lockdowns over here. I know, again, we've got some surrounding counties that way. I think what we're seeing now is right now the forgiveness period for the paper check protection loans that is in progress. So they were given extensions. If you haven't seen your paperwork come, get with the bank that you received the loan from, that your application went through. Get with them, get that paperwork going. Go see your accountant. Go see your payroll specialist if you don't have one. Give us a call. Reach out to a financial advisor, someone to help you with that. We are seeing a lot of loans get forgiven based off of your financial, where you're at year to date. So that is a positive. But I believe that there's going, don't quote me, a bill has not been signed, the stimulus, the new package of what that's being talked about right now. I don't know if I'm in favor of it or not, but
I'm not. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not. Keep your money. And open up the economy.
Agreed.
Somebody pat Rand Paul on the back. Thank you, Rand Paul, for saying something
Bravo.
That actually makes sense.
Yes. It does. It makes a lot of sense, and they will. I believe that the current administration is trying to get a better system or a better push for small businesses and relief to small businesses, which I do support. To help get through in favor of opening up the country, but they are going to need a little bit of help getting back on their feet. The businesses that did make it through this, so there will be, I believe, another form of small business help. If you need help with that.
Can I make a suggestion? And this is where lawmakers and all this stuff, we talk about stimulus. I'm going to say these things because I think these things are real. We talk about helping the small business. If we really wanted to do something, quit having the government borrow money. There is nobody in their right mind that is going to lend money to a company. And you can say what you want to. The government is the biggest company in our country.
They are the largest employer in the country. Yes.
And nobody in their right mind should loan anyone who has $27 trillion in debt any more money.
I mean, I wouldn't. I think what's the ratio? Debt to ratio?
Oh my gosh, debt to ratio.
Here we go.
And if you listen to what they said, we ran a budget deficit of $4 trillion last year. So basically the government overspent their budget by $3.4 trillion. If you overspend your budget as a company, as a small business, you're going to be out of business, especially by over half.
Yeah, you're not going to make it.
You have a budget of say your revenue is $500,000 and you spend $1 million.
Mm-hmm. You're probably not going to make it to the next year. No. Just in a normal budget, business thought process, you can't. You're not going to sustain. You might make it one more year, but it's not going to be a continued growth. So when we look at, I think, again, at the beginning we talk about separating business and the government.
Yeah.
You can't do that because government is a business. And I believe that's where we kind of get misconstrued. Oh, that's the political side. Wait a minute.
They have economics and
do.
social. It affects same thing. It
affects everything. Absolutely. So as a small business, again, with the PPP loans, if you're thinking about taking one out or you need advice on taking one out, reach out to your accountant, reach out to your payroll specialist. If you don't have one, give us a call at the tax office, and let us help you walk through that and see what's going to be the best direction for you to go, because we're seeing positives and we're seeing some negatives with it. So we don't want you to go down the wrong path for 2021. So reach out to somebody and get some financial advice on that decision.
Here's a suggestion. If we really want to help each other, tell everybody to stop endorsing and tell our representatives and those people that we supposedly elected that's supposed to be working for us to stop borrowing money. Do not borrow any more money.
Yep.
Quit giving money to other nations for absolute nonsense. In fact, they want to build a wall for Jordan between Jordan and Syria. That to me sounds awfully racist. So I'm sorry. I just,
it just seems the hypocrisy. Yes.
But if we really want to help somebody, okay, let's get the banks. If the banks really want to help, how about some no interest loans to get people
interest loans
through the bank to where you can pay I'll pay it back. I don't care.
No interest. Absolutely.
I don't mind paying something back, but a no interest loan to help people through this. Mm-hmm. Why don't we try and think of real solutions that keeps the economy in place?
Yeah, keeps the economy rolling, keeps the economy not shut down, and keeps businesses moving forward rather than halting them and giving them money that might be forgiven, might not be forgiven. There's a lot of options out there. And as business owners, we think about this kind of stuff all the time as far as, and there was talk, hopefully I believe there's talk of helping out with payroll taxes. So again, that's going to be something that you can contact your state representatives and your state senators, get a hold of them, write letters, give their offices a call. That is something that has been on the table that would help out small businesses immensely.
Right?
That is a what's the word I'm looking for? That's a good plan. I mean, that would be something that would help small businesses long term to help with the payroll taxes, especially at the end of the year. That gets pretty costly for small businesses.
And we have to start thinking like this and talking about these things openly with the situations that we're facing, and hopefully it's not too late.
Hopefully it's not too late. Absolutely.
And I'm serious when I say that. I know that sounds, people go, oh, Brian, that's pessimistic. No, I'm not trying to be. It's just realistic because what are we facing? We have very socialistic concepts coming into view in this country. And we're dealing with, as Megan said, you've spent a lot of your surplus already.
Yep.
Trying to just stay in business through 2020.
Just stay afloat. Yes.
We trying to get PPP loans forgiven.
Yes, SBA loans forgiven. Mm-hmm.
How are we dealing with payroll taxes?
Right.
How do I budget for 2021?
It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be something that you're gonna have to manage on a weekly and a monthly basis going into 2021. Unfortunately, you can't give up and just say, I'm just going to run with it, because that's not going to be good in the long run either, which it can be very easy to do that right now. Understandable. But, having a couple of those, solid foundations in place to keep you going. Don't get a loan just because, out of fear, which a lot of fears, going around with, is my business going to stay afloat? Am I going to have the revenue to continue in 2021? There are options out there without you going into debt. Reach out. Like I said, I'm a firm believer, reach out to your accountant, reach out to your financial advisor, reach out to the tax office. That's what we're here for, to help small businesses and micro businesses, whether you're in St. Charles County or not. We're here. That's what we're here for.
Exactly. And stay in touch with your state representatives.
Yes, that is huge.
Your local representatives, your councilmen, your councilwomen, your aldermen and women. All of these things, stay in touch with them.
Remind them that they work for us.
We elected these folks because we need to have a place where we have an opportunity to succeed. And that's what business is about, and not just for a large corporation or a Fortune 500 corporation, but for that small to medium, for that micro business who has
coffee shop down the road.
Yeah, the coffee shop who's employing 15 people.
15 people.
The local merchant on Main Street in St. Charles who's who's got their store shop, their, whether you want to do something online, that's fine too. I don't care how you do business, but it needs to be that opportunity for people to do business.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, a 6 month to another year lockdown seems not realistic. So hopefully we do not go down that path. But if you are that business that you're able to stay open, reach out. This is the time to start getting into contact with your accountants and your financial advisors. If you haven't already, we are 1 week shy of 2021. And so on a side note, not that it's a side note, but kind of a side note, your payroll quarter 4 is ending. Quarter reports are going to be coming due. You do get an extra, don't quote me, half a month. Let's go half a month, depending on how, 13 days, 14 days to get that in. So they'll be due at the end of the month in January. Safe bet is going to be, make sure everything's posted by January 29th. Get those reports in. We don't want any more fines, penalties, anything like that to come about. We want to start your 2021 off as best as we can.
There you go.
Yes.
Folks, we're going to be hanging around more and hopefully have some more opportunities to talk business as we move into 2021.
Yes. I think we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
with the upcoming months.
Tips from TTO. We're also going to be talking with a gentleman in the upcoming year, a financial advisor. He's going to be talking business and things of that nature as well. We
Very
got
knowledgeable,
that
great
coming
guy.
up.
Yep.
So we want to be a resource.
Yes.
For people. If you like what we're doing, if you enjoy what we're bringing here through Tips from TTO with Megan, with what we're doing with health and wellness with Dr. Liz.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know I'm on Tips from TTO, but this is what the rep. You're watching this on YouTube. This is the rep. This is about representing the local micro business, small business.
Absolutely, community. You betcha.
That's what we're here to do. If you like what we're doing, please share this. Hit that like button. Excuse me. Hit the subscribe. Hit the subscribe. Subscribe. We appreciate your excuse me, I'm sorry. I got a tickle in my throat. Let me get a coffee here.
You said, Live Well Chiropractic. She's a great gal. Health and wellness going into 2021. You got to be healthy. You got to stay mentally sharp.
If everything is about the COVID stuff, get your health and wellness
Absolutely.
together.
You got to stay healthy to keep your mental going.
Love your spine.
There you go.
And your immune system will follow.
Absolutely.
That's what Dr. Liz talks about. Shout out to Dr. Liz there. So these are the things. That's what we're here to do. We're here to be a resource for the community, to talk about things, to talk about local issues. These are local issues. I don't care what you say. I know we're talking on a national, but these are local issues.
It affects our everyday life. Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
We are part of the political, economic, and social construct of our country.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And Megan's got some great stuff. Resource page,
yes.
The resource center on
We've been adding
the
stuff
website.
Like crazy there. Just so, it's a kind of like a one-stop shop. Click on it; it's going to take you right to the resource. Whether it's you're looking at the IRS.gov or you're looking for Missouri. That's where we're located.
Right.
But if you're out of state, we do handle multiple states here at the tax office. Greg Hansen is very well versed in other states. So, we don't just deal with Missouri. So if you're out of state and you're seeing this and saying, hey, we like what they have to say, reach out to us. Greg and I, we do, like I said, we do handle multiple states. So we're not,
if you're across the river in Illinois.
Yeah. We have several clients in Illinois. So we are not, we know a lot of information about different states. So,
and that's www.thetaxoffice.com. They have their resource center. There's information. There's all kinds of resources there, and
it's a
growing.
new look.
Looks just got your just got your website
yes,
updated.
We did.
And so go check it out. I think you'll like it. Great information there. You can see more about the tax office there. Again, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate you joining us here today. 2021.
It's fast approaching. I don't know if I'm ready for it or not.
I don't know,
Oh,
man.
shoot.
Am I getting old now? Is that what it is?
I don't know. No, I don't think it is. I just think this has been a warp speed year, and it's just kind of wow. We're already here, and I think we can be. 2020 brought a lot of just wow. Wow, this hit us. So I think we have an opportunity to be more prepared for 2021 because it is a little bit more uncertain of what the outcome is going to be, whether it's economically, politically, work, your employment, whatever the case may be. So don't just sit back and kind of ride it out. Be prepared.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Be prepared. That's
Yes.
that's what we've been talking about for the last 3 months here.
We really have, yeah.
Being prepared for 2021. So we hope that helped you today,
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
right? Got some great stuff. Go back and check out some of the prior episodes if you need some information about budgeting.
Yes.
Over the last 3 months, Megan's talked about that quite a bit. Hey, everybody, have a happy and safe New Year celebrating.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid to celebrate. It's
No,
okay.
Don't.
We all understand that there are people that have issues with the current virus, but we understand that there is an understanding that we're not all affected in the same way.
No.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Be
Absolutely.
smart.
Yes, use your brain.
Enjoy your friends, your family.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Don't take that for granted.
Exactly. And everybody have a happy new year. We'll see you in 2021.
We'll see you in 2021.
Right? Everybody have a great day in the Lord.